Do you ever wish you could go back in time and do things differently? Like just change things that you regret? Yeah, I've got some regrets, and as much as I wish I could go back and just rewrite history, I can't. So I think the better question would be is what can we do with our regrets? Hello and welcome. I am Bachia. This is Serious Human, where it is all about having a good time. Teaching, inspiring, motivating, entertaining. So if you are looking for a good time all the time, then consider subscribing. One of my biggest regrets is doing the bare minimum in high school. I did not take my education seriously. I didn't participate in any programs or clubs or do any extracurricular activities. In my senior year of high school, I even dropped out. Regret is nature's way of saying you did something you shouldn't do. So what do we do with our regrets? Do we hold on to them, beat ourselves up? No, I did enroll myself back into high school and graduated the following year. But it was a very bittersweet graduation because instead of graduating with people that I knew and were actually friends with, I graduated with a bunch of strangers. But that's what I get for doing the bare minimum, dropping out, not taking my education seriously when I could have and should have done better. Again, regret is nature's way of telling you you did something you shouldn't have done. So how can we turn regret into something positive? 3 little words: seek the lesson. With every regret, there's a lesson to be learned. What did I learn from doing the bare minimum and dropping out of high school? A few lessons. The first lesson is to share the joy of education. I am pro education. I think education is great. I encourage everyone to continue their schooling and to never stop learning. I especially do this with my nieces and nephews because I want them to participate in all the extracurricular activities, programs, and clubs and really be involved with the access they have to education. I don't want them to one day be like me who regrets it and does the bare minimum just to graduate. I want them to really have this, I don't know, I guess it's like life around education so it can kind of carry with them through their adult years, because doing the bare minimum has been carried with me, or I've carried the bare minimum through my working life. And let me tell you, this is a cycle or a trait that I really had to break out of, which leads me to my second lesson. The bare minimum gets you nowhere. Every time I have half-assed a task, I got half-assed the result. And I don't want to be okay with fun. I want to be thrilled. And yes, I have half-assed my way through high school and even on some work projects. But do you know where I will not half-ass? Do you know where I will not do the bare minimum? Right here. I have written and filmed a lot of videos. Some I have never even posted and some that I won't post because I felt like the work was bare minimum, and I will not do that to myself, and I definitely won't do that to you, because bare minimum work gets you bare minimum results. The final lesson: bad decisions do not define you. Yes, it was a bad decision of me to drop out of high school. It was stupid and immature. We are not always going to make the right decision or the best decision or even the common sense decision. But again, we are not defined by the decisions that we make. We are defined by the actions that we take. Not all regrets come from making bad decisions. They can come from making good decisions too. One of the good decisions that I've made and actually took some action, needless to say, was to create my own YouTube channel. And I regret not doing this years ago when I first heard the guidance, the call to say, hey girl, you need to start your own YouTube channel. If you're beating yourself up for all the things that you regret, please stop that now. Everything that was supposed to happen was supposed to happen. I know that may be difficult to hear or even accept, but take it from someone who has way more regrets than just doing the bare minimum and dropping out of high school. Our past, our history can't be unwritten, can't be altered. But our present, this is where the magic lives. This is where we can actually do something. Our present is the truest gift of all because we can take control and write whatever it is we want to write. And if we can do that with our present, maybe we can also avoid regrets. Now, I'm not saying doing this will completely avoid regrets, but even if you have a regret later in life, big whoop. because with that regret, there will be a lesson to be learned. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you are feeling me, you're like, girl, I want to hang out with you on a weekly basis, then click that subscribe button. I hope you had a good time. I will see you in my next video. So till then, have a wonderful day and relaxing week.